I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
And this is Mamamoo.
That's how I would have pronounced it. But then I thought you would have mocked me. The name is Hip. The name of the song is Hip. And it's for the big homie Randy.
For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up at Middle America with Vin and Sori. If you want your song reviewed, dear listener, just like Randy, 125 at the gig, get you right to the head of the line, and then we will do the song of your choosing. If you not a filthy capitalist like Sori.
Yeah, because this is a K-pop song, which is not really our channel.
It's not really a metal channel.
Forte.
But if you're more like me and you're more community collectivist oriented, then One Dollar at the Gate gets you in at Patreon, and then you join an alliance and you hang out with your teammates, and then you guys vote on what song you want us to do. You present it to us, and then we do it. So without further ado, this is Mamamoo. Hip, I think the name of the song is. Hopefully, inshallah, we can. So I've got lyrics here. I don't know. See, look,
I think
they're not.
Yeah.
They're like half. Is this a Korean band, a Japanese band? What are they?
I don't know. Scroll down.
I think you're gonna have to refresh that screen. There we go. All right, let's go.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All I wanna be is 멋짐 내 맘대로 걸어 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해 Do it like me do it 나를 따라 해 Clap it 모두 같이 해 이제 모든 일이 가뿐해 베를린 성공을 썰어 먹어 마치 미슐랭 누구보다 빠른 걸음을 걸어내 그 시즌 잊은지도 오래야 뒷대로 All I wanna be is 멋진 내 멋대로 걸어 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙 빼빼빼 너 아니 be my fashion 별로 신경 안 써 그저 액션 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 you Close up hip 머리 어깨 무릎 힙 머리 어깨 무릎 힙 어딜 가도 넌 reflection 빛날 수 있어 세상에 넌 하나뿐인걸 근데 왜 이래 네 얼굴에 침 뱉니 날 자극한 여러분 감사 거기서 멈춰 지질이 뻔서 덕분에 나의 멘탈은 단단해 넌 더 말고 먼 데로 갈게 All you wanna be is trendy 어그로들기 기믹 됐지 그런 애들끼리 힙 빼빼빼 논란이 돼 my fashion 별로 신경 안 써 그저 액션 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 do Close up hip 머리 어깨 무릎 힙 거무든 티 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 거무든 티 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 내가 하면 힙 거무든 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 거무든 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 내가 하면 힙
Didn't sound like she was saying nigga out there. What's that shit in there? I got hands on that action.
빼빼빼 너 아니 be my fashion 별로 신경 안 써 그저 액션 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 you Close up hip 머리 어깨 무릎 힙 머리 어깨 무릎 힙
I really like how many outfits they switch into in these videos.
You know, this group is very confusing to me.
Why?
Because, like, on the one hand, there's one person in the video who, like, looks to be, like, in her early 30s.
Yeah.
And then there are other ones that look like they're like barely 15, 16 years old. Like that one, she looks like she's like in her early 30s, late 20s, early 30s, right? That one, and then that one looks like the Chloe that we know. You know what I mean? Like that one, you look like you could be the president. And then they have these other,
some of them that look really young.
Yeah, like 16 looking girls. Like, so it's weird to like that one. She looks like she's, I mean, pretty young.
I agree. Yeah.
So it was like a weird sort of like, you know, we just got done like that one. Holy moly! Like she looks like a kid.
Yeah.
She's got to be a kid. She can't be more than 17, right? So
she looks like she could be friends with Selah. So I mean, she looks very young to me.
Yeah. So you know, which like I'm not hating on the. We just saw Cuties like a month ago or whatever. We did a review on it on Middle America channel, but so it was kind of weird because I was like, I've never seen that before, like that large of an apparent age gap. Maybe they're all around the same age, but it looked like I've never seen a band or a group before with that type of an age gap.
I think, it's possible that there is a giant age gap. But also, I always think that like Asian people look a lot younger than they really are.
Yeah,
like,
but
they all have like baby faces.
Yeah, but that one that was on the news with the presidential outfit.
Yeah, she's the only one that looked
like
older.
She was obviously like late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, that's the thing where I'm like, I'm like, I don't have an opinion on it, I guess. I don't necessarily have a complete opinion on it, totally. I mean, if you want to hear my understanding of that, go look at the Cuties documentary. The review that we did. So I'm not judging it. It was just I'd never seen that before. You would figure that, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
The other thing to me was really funny.
What?
This is so bad. I don't know if it's racist, whatever. But like, this is a hip hop style video.
Yeah.
And like, you know, staple of hip hop is women gyrating and all that. But like, you know, hip hop, you know, is rooted in African culture, and so like the shapeliness of African women, like this girl, there's like some like sort of booty shot, and it was from the older one, like she was trying to like be seductive with her
right there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not making fun of. I'm not making. It was just kind of like, you know, it's very interesting. Like there's some things that translate well that are universal, and other things that are not universal. To me, that was kind of like not really a very flattering moment. I don't think. Just for me personally, like for what they were trying to do.
Yeah, but
they were trying to do like some like it was hip hop and the seductive thing,
but
and that's not a very seductive body type, I don't think. But for hip hop culture.
Well, yeah. For hip hop, fine, but
which is what they're obviously drawing from.
Yeah, I mean,
but like it doesn't affect like
because
how
like the guys I grew up around, they wanted the smaller the better.
Yeah, but there's, I understand.
Like
that.
if you were fitting into like the juniors' clothes, like that was a real accomplishment.
Yeah, but the dudes that you were like whatever were not into hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? They were listening to you know, country or whatever. So like I get that, but this is a cultural thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, like maybe because they were saying like I dress a certain way and I'm controversial, whatever. I didn't see anything really controversial about the way these people dress. So maybe they're coming from a very repressive environment.
So wait a minute, so you didn't see anything controversial, like so.
They said that they were controversial.
Like this girl's wearing these really short shorts, and like you'd be fine with Zoe wearing something like that, or this where it's all unzipped all the way up her leg with the fishnet stockings and the stomach out. You'd be okay
my
with all
standards for what Zoe would be going outside with as a 16-year-old is different though from what would cause like a controversy.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like this would be like run of the mill in America. Like there'd be no like where is this band located?
I don't know.
Are they Singaporean? Because Singapore is pretty.
And then they had the triple X on the back wall.
Yeah.
You know.
South Korean girl group. Okay.
It was way too hard to watch the video and read the lyrics.
They're South Korean, and South Korea actually has a heavy Christian influence. Actually, a lot of people don't know that. So this would definitely be controversial, I think, to South Korean sensibilities. Maybe I don't know much about them, but
Well,
what were you saying?
yeah. And like that girl, she's got her legs wide open. Like I think that I can see how.
Well, yeah, if you still the picture, but I mean that's like what, half a second?
Well, what's worse? You still the picture, you see her go. I mean,
Yeah, I don't really. Well,
look at that.
I mean,
I wouldn't want to see our girls doing that.
it's just standard hip hop, though. It's just standard. That's what you see in hip hop. That's what I grew up with.
Yeah,
So
but if they have
I'm probably desensitized to it. And the other thing too is like their body types are not very like seductive. Like look at, did you see that one? She was trying to like, do the booty thing. Like I don't want to, like I don't want people to misinterpret what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying it's a bad song. I'm just saying like it's just very interesting how this movement that started in the Bronx, you know, with hip hop. And hip hop, people don't understand. Like hip hop is not just rap. Hip hop is a bunch of things, like wearing clothes that don't fit because people were wearing hand-me-downs. So like the baggy jeans, you know, a lot of that comes from poverty and prison culture. Baggy clothes, baggy jeans, all that stuff. Like, you know, wearing oversized things. Like we made that stylish, but in reality, you would make fun of it.
I didn't know that's where that came from.
Oh yeah, like it was a lot of hand-me-downs and a lot of your brother's wearing this, so you're wearing this now, so you're wearing oversized everything. Everybody's always wearing oversized clothes because they were getting it from their older brother, and your brother has the cool jackets, and now you want to rock the cool jacket, but you're 2 years too young for it. But then it just became a staple of the culture was baggy jeans and baggy this and also prison culture, you know. So like I was watching and I'm like, holy shit, like I'm so like the influence of America, because I work with a group of Filipinos, you know, in my other you know, doing other stuff, and like that when they talk to each other, there's like this strange combination of Filipino and which is basically Spanish, it's Spanish, like, and then it's English, and they go back and forth. Just like in this song, like there were English words in this song that were not like you didn't need a translator. They used English words.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of those things I was saying yesterday. That America is a global empire, and there were just so many cultural markers where I'm like, holy moly! Like I don't believe that this kind of gyration and stuff like that would probably be native to South Korean culture if it wasn't for, you know, hip hop, because the body type doesn't comport to that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, with black culture, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of jiggling. Like, if you compare this song to like Bootylicious and you see the dancing, like when they're moving around, like everything follows perfectly. There's no jiggle, which is kind of, you know, I don't know. So I was just fascinated by the exportation of American culture into you know. I was like, maybe these guys are Singaporean, so that this is controversial, but none of this stuff this wouldn't be a controversial video in America, do you think?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, Britney Spears doing the schoolgirl thing, which is so it's just a very interesting thing to watch, you know, because it's like, you know, this is my, you know, people always ask me about, well, how do you feel about cultural appropriation, and I don't understand why people are upset about cultural appropriation. Like, to me, that's a very high compliment, that people would take your culture and use it.
Yeah. If they're not mocking it, I don't understand. The other thing that confuses me on that same note is when people get upset on Facebook, if this girl posted a picture of a leaf and like a whole bunch of leaves that she took, and then she reposted. She was like, I just saw this on somebody's feed, so they took my picture and they reposted it, and I'm super offended by that. I'm like, what? Why? How is that an offensive thing? Like, somebody saw the picture that you took and they liked it and they wanted to post it. Like, I don't understand people getting offended about that.
Well, there's like channels. Like, there's a Russian channel, there's a Chinese channel, and all they do is take our videos and post it over on their. And you know, somebody somebody asked me one time, like, are you gonna go after them? I'm like, no, I'm not going after them. Like, they're probably making more money than we are on our channel, but
probably.
It's like, it's the highest form of a compliment, right? It's somebody's
don't understand. Like, I get one time somebody took my picture and used that as their profile picture. I have a problem with that.
Huh?
Yeah, I told you about that. They used my profile picture.
When we started the channel?
On their Facebook, no.
Your other life?
Yeah, when I was a teenager, yeah.
Who did that? Do I know the person?
I don't know if you've ever met.
That is a problem.
That, I said, is a problem.
Different.
You can't just do that and then go say and do all these ridiculous
there's
things.
this girl went after this dude, and he's a white dude, and he had dreads, and she's like, you can't have dreads, da 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 da.
Yeah, she went
like,
at him.
He's like, get out of my way.
Yeah.
And like, she was blocking his way.
Yeah.
Big black, she kind of.
Yeah, I thought that was completely
overweight. No disrespect to the overweight, but this is a skinny white guy with some dreads, and then there's this black girl, and she's like, you're stealing our couple. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
like,
no.
The guy wants to wear dreads. Leave him the hell alone. Why is it you're like? That is like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Like,
yeah, I thought that was ridiculous,
like, isn't that the whole point? Like, we're whatever. I never understood how wives, and everybody knows I'm a lover of my people, but what the hell is that? So yeah, I was just looking at it like, holy shit, this is like our American culture, being exported, and some of it translates pretty well, and to me, like, some of it didn't translate well. And then you had like a 30-year-old and a 16-year-old in the same group. So I was just like, I wish I could, like, there's so many things I wish I could do.
What do you mean?
Like, I wish I could go to, like, other countries under different circumstances, just like learn from them without having an agenda, like,
Yeah.
about why I'm learning from them or whatever. But like, it'd have been cool to be able to like go there and be like, hey, okay, explain this to me. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I'm sure people look at American culture and be like, what the hell are those people doing? Like, it's so fascinating to me how we're all on the same planet, and like we're all coming up with different rules, and and I really think that they thought that they were like really out there and like pushing the envelope, and I was like, this is just like standard fare in America.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean,
South Korea.
Less than, because some of those booty songs, they're like wearing basically a thong.
Which one?
Broccoli one or something like that. Like
broccoli.
Yeah, it was that gross one I showed you.
I bet you anything if I put up a Beyonce meme, it would show it. Like if I put.
Oh look, it's Lil Yachty.
He's calling it broccoli?
Yeah, I showed this to you because I was horrified.
Oh, I mean, Lil Yachty,
Look.
Oh, yeah, you're right, you did do that. Yeah, right? So, like, there's a jiggle, like, bodies moving, like, right. And it's got 405 million views, right?
Yeah.
So definitely had to be somebody who wanted that. Yeah, so, like,
I'm still not acclimated to that aspect of your culture.
What do you mean?
It's just really, like, from where I came from, that's embarrassing. Like, I'm looking at your cellulite jiggling around on camera, and that's completely good. Like, these guys find that hot. She's out of shape. So she has cellulite all over her butt, and she's jiggling it around.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it's convenient.
It just like puts out the...
It's convenient.
Well, there's a lot of dualism in Africa, right? So, especially between the male and the female, that's like a major theme in African culture. So that accentuates the difference. If you've got a very, very fit woman and her bum looks like your bum, there really isn't an antithesis there. I'm being dead ass serious. And then there's the other aspect of it's a sign of maturity into womanhood in our culture, whereas to me...
My culture, it's a sign of laziness.
To me, when I see people being attracted to, like, a childlike body type, I go, woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get, like, whatever. But again, some of that is just general morality, but some of that is cultural, and I admit it. Like, if there's a 35-year-old woman and she eats 4 calories a day and she runs 9 miles a day and she's not going to have a shapely bum. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just differences in culture.
Yeah.
Differences in culture. But you're right. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, they're in the middle of some swamp or some creek or something. They're shaking around. It's like, some of it, it's like, I always think to myself, you know, we go on a walk and there's like a couple bodies of water that we walk past. It's like, if you just randomly walk by and see people just like shaking their ass in the middle of a creek. Who said, like, that's a good idea? Let's put that in a video. Like, you can see that happen at a club, you can see it happen one-on-one, but let's just put a bunch of random girls in a creek.
Let's put a white piano in the creek and let's just let them shake their asses around.
Make it happen. But you know, those girls are pushing the envelope for where they were, so more power to them. Shout out to South Korea. Just my daughters aren't going to be in any of those videos. That's all I'm going to say about that. What do you give the song?
I kind of like the flow of it. I think I'd go with a 9. 9?
See, I'm going to give it, this is the first time in Vin and Sori history that this grade is about to be given. I'm going to give it an A for effort. Vin out.
Sorry, out.
Gone.
Closer, closer, closer. Hip, hey, hip. 머리, 어깨, 무릎, hip. 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 검은 티 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 내가 하면 해 검은 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 검은 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 내가 하면 해 빼빼빼 너 아니 be my fashion 별로시험 안써 그저 액션 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 you close up close up close up hip hey hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip 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 머리 어깨 무릎 hip All I wanna be is 멋짐 내 맘대로 걸어 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해 Do it like me do it 나를 따라 해 Clap it 모두 같이 해 이제 모두 내리가 보내 베를린 성공을 썰어 먹어 마치 미슐랭 누구보다 빠른 걸음을 걸어내 그 시즌 잊은지도 오래야 뒷걸음 All I wanna be is 멋진 내 멋대로 걸어 머리 어깨 무릎 다 빼빼빼 너 아니 be my fashion 별로시험 안써 그저 액션 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 you close up close up close up hip hey hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip 머리 어깨 무릎 어딜 가도 넌 reflection 빛날 수 있어 세상에 넌 하나뿐인걸 근데 왜 이래 네 얼굴에 침 뱉니 날 자극한 여러분 감사 거기서 멈춰 지질이 뻔서 덕분에 나의 멘탈은 단단해 넌 더 말고 먼 데로 갈게 All you wanna be is trendy 어그로들기 기믹 같지 그런 애들끼리 해 빼빼빼 너 아니 돼 my fashion 별로 신경 안 써 그저 액션 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 you close up close up close up hip hey hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 검은 티 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 내가 하면 해 검은 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 검은 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 내가 하면 해